Hey there, I'm Diabeticus, and this is my first math video. Say you have a curve, and that curve is, let's say, a top view of an open stadium, which is a weird structure for a stadium if you ask me. Since it's a stadium, expect there to be a lot of people sitting against the boundary, watching a sport, concert, or whatever. Now, say there will be a podium where it is the center of attention of the audience. Where would be the best spot for the podium? Well, let's make some guesses. If we put a podium to the right, the people on the right would see better, but those on the left don't. Similarly, if we put the podium to the left, those on the left see better, but the ones on the right don't. So we can say that the best spot is on the middle. But where in the middle? Well, if we put it up middle, the ones on the north will see better, but the ones at the very left and right don't. And if we put the podium too far, well, maybe the spot would be good for the audience, but it seems still too far. So what would classify as the middle spot of the middle? Or back to what is asked, what is the optimal spot? Alright, we've analyzed the question quite enough, so how about we tackle this question more directly? How about we draw a line that represents the line of sight of someone from the audience? We could do a cone, but a line seems simpler. Then let's do it for another person, then another. As we keep drawing the lines, we get this cool looking pattern. And we get to see this weird cone thingy that seems to get clearer the more lines we draw. As we observe this cone, notice that the shape is formed due to the lines of sight intersecting one another, giving it an outline. Let's say we take the lines of sight of two people from the left that are close to each other. Their lines of sight intersect close to their cone's outline. Similarly, the same thing happens to the right. Now, if we look at the tip of the cone, this is where the lines of sight are quote-unquote condensed. In other words, the tip is where the most people can see most directly. Maybe not all people can get to see that tip directly, but it seems to benefit for most people. Alright, so what would be the best spot for the podium for the audience? Well, a possible answer is the tip of the cone. And the tip of the cone is what is called the pseudo-focus of the curve. And for a problem about center of attention, the name pseudo-focus seems to fit well for this problem. Now on the second video, I'll be focusing, no pun intended, on the maths and the graphs of this mere point, as well as the phenomenon of the cone. And I'll see you next video.